Range Rover P38, young George behind the camera has bought a Range Rover P38 30th anniversary edition, and soon enough after having it, the key sort of died, and we tried to redo the key fob, but it was kind of hard, wasn't it, George?
Yeah.
And then soon after that, the ignition lock jammed. We've had a right pain with it so far, haven't we, George? So P38, the love's not happening yet, is it? So we put the key in and it wouldn't turn, and the barrels, so we've had to change the whole ignition barrel stuff, and we've done that. So now we got fed up with these old style keys. We got it all working, but we are now gonna get a new key. So what we've done is we have sent our old key off to this guy called Remote Key Limited. Okay, I'll put the link. He's got a thing on eBay, and basically, if you send him an old key that just about works-ish, he will send you one of these newer style keys without all the flick out action going on, and it's going to be a lot easier and a lot safer and a lot more reliable. So we have sent him off our key. So what now? We now have a different door lock key to ignition lock key, which is not ideal, but you can't buy the door lock sets anymore, so we're kind of pooped. So I sent him this. I put red tape on this and said, don't copy this because this is the door lock key. This is the ignition key. Now, we will only need the door lock key when we have a flat battery, because normally we'll walk up to the car and we'll press the unlock button. Right, but we need to understand a few things. So he sent us the new key, and he sent us these instructions, because there's 3 aspects of technology to a key. You may never have thought about this, but this is obviously the mechanical key lock that allows you to turn the mechanical lock in the ignition or the door, or in our case, just the ignition, because that one does the door. There is also the bit when you press these buttons here that locks and unlocks the door, and that sends a radio signal to the car and goes, let me in, or lock the car, let me in, lock the car. And this bit, he's managed to copy his technology. He's learnt the code off this key, and he's programmed it into this key. But there is a third layer of technology in a key that not a lot of people realise. I think I'm making it up. And that's basically a small transponder. And that is think of it like an RFID tag. But basically, and in the ignition barrel, there's a coil, and it reads, and it says, right, is this key transponder program? So this has got a unique transponder. So we have to synchronize this key to the car. The mechanical bit will work. The let me in, let me out, that will work, I'm sure. But we need to focus it now to synchronize it. Now, it's a bit like patting your head and rubbing your tummy, this. So he has given us some instructions. Now, it's not that well written because he hasn't, but basically it says you can use one of the procedures below, and it sort of, this is 1, and that is 2, and that is 3. So basically, there you go, there's the receipt, look, so there's all our details there. So this cost £130, and there we go. So we are going to test if this works. So now one of them, you've got to turn the door lock left, press the unlock button, turn it right, press the lock button. We'll go through that. But he says if that doesn't work, for post-96 models, you just put the key in, which is interesting. And then there's a third one. So we will go and I'm sure he's happy for me to share these details as we're reviewing his service, and we've paid for this. Right, so George and I, we're going to take the car. Now, we are going to need the door lock key for this, so we're going to have to untape this. That's our door lock, because we've got to do the door lock, and we're going to have to do that and that. But obviously bear in mind, if you've got one lock, you could do it with the other, but we'll go out to the car. Start by unlocking the car, and then it says open and close the door. Right, take your door key, which if this one happens to work in your door, put it in there. Right, now I've got to turn it anti-clockwise and press the lock. Anti-clockwise, press the lock. Right, then I've got to turn it clockwise, make sure it returns to the center, and press the unlock button. Okay, do that backwards, forwards, lock, unlock within 10 seconds apparently. So let's see if that has synced the key, and whether we now have a P38 that, oh, we've not put the dash back together yet, George.
Not fully.
Not fully. Looks like we've stolen this bad boy. God, you got some work cut out. Right, so let's have a look. So actually this is cool because you can see this green bit is the transponder coil. So let's have a look. All right, we've got all warning lights going on. We now have a working key. I'll publish the instructions. We're not going to do the other two in case we unsynchronize it. But we now have a P38.